Greetings to everyone. So, last class we discussed about the threats to biodiversity. So, in threats to biodiversity, we discussed two topics, that is, habitat loss and poaching of animals. Right? So, there is another thing that is called as man-wildlife conflict. So, as the word indicates conflict, that is, there is some misunderstanding, or there is some disturbance in between the man and as well as wildlife. Okay? So we'll see about it. So any conflict that arises where the behavior of one, that is human or wildlife, is unacceptably disadvantageous to other. So conflict is arising why? Because there, see, you can see in human beings also, there will be conflicts in between us. Why? Because of the difference of the opinions. Right? So, or there may be because of change of behavior of person to the another person. Similarly, here because the animals can't speak or can't discuss, so what happens is we can say that there is a man and wildlife conflict. So this arises why? Because the behavior of one, that is human, whether it may be a human or it may be wildlife, is disadvantageous to each other. Okay, that is why conflict arises. Okay, so increase in man-wildlife conflict is due to resource limitations like space, food, and shelter. So these three things are the main things which human life needs, right? Even the wildlife also needs it. What is that? Space, food, and then shelter. So because of this limitation of the resources, this man-wildlife conflict exists. Okay? So it is also due to the increasing population of human beings, right? So because the population is increasing, the resources are getting limited, right? So loss of forest, decreasing quality of the forest and development activities. So all these are the reasons for the conflict between man and wildlife. So what are the conflicts? First thing is we need space, food and shelter, and these resources are very limited in nature. That is why we have a conflict with it. Then the main reason is what? Due to increasing population of the human beings. There is no increasing population of the wildlife, right? So when increasing population of human beings is going on, so there will be limitation of the resources, right? Similarly, there will be loss of forest. What we do? Deforestation, so that the wildlife can't stay over there, right? Then crops like sugarcane and tea estates are reported to provide excellent cover for wild animals. So we have sugarcane crops and then tea estates. So there, wildlife is more, right? So because of that, what is happening is there are 661 protected areas in the country covering around 4.8 percentage of geographical areas. And there are 100 national parks, 514 wildlife sanctuaries, and 43 conservation reserves and 4 community reserves in the country. So we have all these things, but still there is a conflict between man and wildlife, right? In India, wild elephants probably kill far more people than tiger, leopard, or lion. So you know, whenever elephant becomes very wild in nature, it goes and attacks the human beings, right? So it is far more than the tigers, leopards, or lions. Then damage to agricultural crops and property, killing of livestock and human beings are some of the worst forms of man-animal conflict. So we are destroying the agricultural crops and property, right? And because of this, there is a man and animal conflict, right? Then farmers sometimes poison and shoot wild animals as they damage their crops, but this can be prevented by taking certain measures. So what we do is sometimes for the cultivation purpose, farmers poison and shoot wild animals. If some wild animals are moving in that area, what they do is they just kill them. So this also raises the man and wildlife conflict. Okay. So this is about the man and wildlife conflict, the reasons, and then how we can take some measures. Thank you.